Hi everyone, welcome. This is Jones Fitness and Outdoor. So who am I? 45 years old powerlifter, ex-runner turned back to running, sports shooter, outdoor enthusiast, father of a few, and more to come. More children to come, at least one, if everything goes well. Anyway, last week and training. I will have to glance at my notes to give you the full detail of what I did. But week before I had some back issues, and that was no fun. So, but that was not last week. That was the week before. So anyway, but I did take it a bit easy last week with the strength training. So I'm just gonna go over what I did and then we will go into the details. So we had last week, we had Thursday 8-kilometer run. That was what my program calls a relaxing run. So 8k in 57 minutes. That is not too fast. And that is not too slow. And Friday morning I was back in the gym after after basically 1 week off. So we will have some fantastic footage of this, of course. And what I did was deadlifts, because when my back hurts I tend to find squats difficult because it's very easy to get off balance, and then if you shift the bar forward you will put more strain on your lower back, and I did not want that to happen or even risk it. So I just went with deadlifts, and I went easy or light. And light, by this I mean a couple of sets for 100 kilos, which is I think is light for me anyway, and 2 sets, 5 reps, 120 kilos. So that was nothing too advanced. Then I went over to overhead press, and still to keep my back intact I keep the weights low and try to keep my posture and my tension in my body high. But I just went for 40 kilos, so that's, I don't know, 88 pounds. That is also, in my opinion, in my opinion, that's not the correct term, but for me that is a bit too light. Anyway, I went over to superset dips and hanging knee raises. I have a plan now to do all my training standing or hanging. So that's basically why I don't do almost no machines if I can avoid it, and no bench pressing. So it has to be overhead press and dips. Then I did pull-ups. My pull-up game is not very strong. So I just incorporated these back in. So now I'm just trying to get used to the movement. My hands need to adjust, and super hard. I did 5 sets, 2 reps each. So, and in my opinion, that is, I find it better to do lower rep sets, if that makes sense, and do more sets, because this way I could manage 10 reps total. But if I try to do go all out, maybe I could do 3 in the first set, and then let's say 3 again, and then 2, and then nothing more. So that would have been just 8 sets, and I would have more would have pushed myself closer to my limit, and then my recovery would have been longer. That's basically my idea. Okay, dumbbell row, 3 sets, 10 reps each, and then just some dumbbell French press, dumbbell curls, and lateral raises. So that was quite a basic session for me. I tried to do, or I don't try to, I always do a full body. I try to start, I don't know why I say try to, I don't try, I do it. I mean, I start with squats, some variation of squats, or deadlifts, or a variation of deadlifts. And then I go into pressing, and then I go into some sort of like pulling in the end. So that's basically how I train right now, and that is how I have trained for quite a long time. So let's see, that was Friday. So Thursday 8K, Friday gym session, and Saturday that was my longest run in a couple of months, 16 kilometers, 10 miles. That is my program right now. I am training for a 10 mile just for time, because I'm switching over after that in, I think it's 1 week left now, 2 weeks more or less. Anyway, so I'm just training up to a 10 mile English miles, and that's 16K, and then I'm switching over to 3 months preparation for a half marathon. So that's basically, I mean, just a bit longer, 5K longer. But so I did 16 kilometers in 1 hour 50 minutes, and the pace was 6 minutes 54 seconds per kilometer. And that was that. Training last week. Not too exciting, but I had my back pain to I think I made the right decision to rest until it was almost gone. No pain, a bit of discomfort. I don't know really what it was. I think it was maybe a disc that got irritated or something like that. I usually get this kind of problem like once a year or 2 years. Sometimes happens lifting. Has happened doing squats a couple of times. Has never happened doing deadlifts. And the problem I have is usually I can feel this before it happens. Can feel I'm stiff, my hips don't move, my lower back is tight and so on. And usually I just try to push through. And sometimes it works, most of the time it works, but then yeah, like once in a while doesn't work. But this problem I can get it even when I'm not in the gym. So had it like 2 years ago, it just happened when I sat eating breakfast. That was not fun. Just back then just felt like something in my back gave in, and I just collapsed, let's say an inch or a couple of centimeters, and started to hurt a lot. And that was same thing. And it's one of these back pain that has no real cause, no real treatment, and I don't know, I'm just waiting it out when it happens. And now it took about a week and a half, and I'm not really back on track when it comes to strength. And I mean, not even the running, because I take it easy when I run. I'm careful. I don't want to step on something or trip, or because then it feels like I could hurt my back quite easily and quite bad, because it is bad when it happens. Just when it happens, can't lift anything. And I mean, I have a small daughter. She's 1 year and 2 months basically. weighs about, I don't know, 12 kilos, and I cannot lift her up in the first days. So I try to avoid this kind of problem as much as I can. So guys, that was last week. I think next week will be more fun because I will be more into it, like more back on track, and the training will be more like fun to talk about, actually a lot more fun for me doing, and maybe even more fun for you listening and watching and whatnot. Hope you find it helpful, enjoying, interesting, maybe inspiring or motivating, I don't know. But I thank you for watching, and until next time, train, have fun, improve, and stay safe. See ya.